Today, several teachers, parents, students, and Tucville Parent Teachers Association members met at the Georgetown Catholic Church to commence a protest against the Tucville school not being declared safe and free of several threats. The group headed to the Ministry of Education's building on Brick Dam in hope of capturing Priya Manichan, the Minister of Education, attention on this issue. According to one parent, this problem has been ongoing for several years with no solution.
Been going on since then. My kids went there, and there's like 5 years or 7 years ago, but it wasn't so worse as how it is now. And since then, Mr. Bridgewater promised to do the flat level, and nothing have done since then. I think it's time to do it. Parent here have gotten shocked from Tucville Secondary. We had to carry her to the hospital. We had to give her the money. The ministry never stepped in to do nothing. They never even called this parent to find out what's going on, how you're feeling, how you're making out, how you're surviving. Ministry just taking everything for a ride because it's black. People children going there, excuse me, because it's not an Indian. If it's QC, they don't fix it up before their children go to QC. The president said it's a one Guyana. It's supposed to do for everybody.
Teachers and parents have gathered in front of the school for the past months after people continue getting electric shocks due to faulty and exposed wiring. However, according to them, the Minister of Education has never reached out on the issue. The school's cleaner received an electric shock about 2 weeks ago. Because of the situation, the school had to close, and pupils had to travel to another school to write their grade 6 mock exams. Now the school is closed, and the children must take online classes, which has infuriated many parents.
Teacher will call and say, I can't do Zoom class today because the internet is bad. We all know the type of internet we're getting in Guyana. So many days we're going without actually having Zoom classes. So how long are we going to carry on with this same behavior? It's not only about that, but we also have the problem with the roof. We have the flooding in the school. Under the school itself, this flood. Only God and heaven knows what they're under the school. We got teachers got to stand in water to teach. It's unfair. And we need to get this sorted out. We need to get this fixed.
It need to be fixed.
They can't just be saying everything is okay with the school and not coming.
That's right.
If you're not coming to see for yourself, you cannot say that Tucville is good.
I am Esther Williams. I resumed duty on the 11th. When I was shocked, I was throwing out some water in a bucket. And when the water catch my feet, it started to run up the current. And I reported to the guard, the first person, that I get hit. And they take it for a joke. And I was taken to an outside doctor by Mr. Bristol and Mr. Peters with medication and 14 days leave.
And they still standing short medical bill up to now.
President of the PTA, Royston Peters, also spoke to our newscast. According to the PTA president, the Guyana Fire Service had recommended about 33 proposals to the Ministry of Education to address the electrical problem.
Last week and the week before, that there are issues affecting the Tucville schools, both primary and secondary. The issues range from electrical challenges to structural defects to issues with respect to drainage and irrigation, drainage and flooding. And that has now presented a challenge for our youngsters being engaged face-to-face learning. Those are the four main premises on which we're contesting. Recently, the school was asked to recommence session. But as you know, there is no certificate given indicating the place is again safe for occupation. And up to last evening when we visited there are still some things that were shortlisted to be done that have not yet been completed. And so we're saying, we can't be in the space that is dangerous and unsafe. And that at the same time, we have to put in place some mechanism for youngsters to be engaged in face-to-face learning so they can continue having their education.
The parents and teachers request the Ministry of Education resolve the issues before resuming school. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.